Welcome to another gr8er1 video review. Today we're going to talk about the newest best gr8er1 PDA multimedia device version 2. On top here we have your power switch. We'll slide that over to the right for about 3 to 5 seconds. That'll turn the device on. Switching it to the left will lock the screen so nothing happens when you touch the screen. You have your standard USB connection, your standard 3.5mm headphone jack. On the right side here you have your reset button. And on the bottom you have your memory expansion mini SD card expansion slot. On back you have your video camera, still camera. On the bottom here you have 3 different buttons for different functions. This is your main menu icon screen. On the top left here you have your date and your time. You have your music icon, video icon, photos, FM radio, .text, ebook reader, camera, explorer, applications, and your system settings. Top left here we have your music. Over here to the top right you have different playback modes, repeat mode, repeat once, repeat twice, intro, etc. Then you can play in order or shuffle play. Then you have your equalizer settings, normal, jazz, rock, etc. Then in the middle here you have your ID3 tags, the name of your song, the artist, the album. Then you have your song timeline. On the left here you have your time elapsed, and on the right you have the full time of the song. Then you can adjust your volume just below that, or you can adjust the volume with your buttons down here. You have advance to the next track, rewind to the previous track, or pause, play. Bottom left you have a browser. You can select from your main memory, or if you have an optional mini SD card, you can select from your mini SD card, or from all music, or your ID3 tags from your artist, album, genre. You can create playlists, and you can select from your playlist or a tag list. The tag list is you can save a spot in any song and then go back to that certain spot. Then you have another settings for your user equalizer, add to playlist or add to tag list. To add to your playlist you just press that, and then you select one of your My Music lists from 1 to 5, and then go back to your browser, and then it'll show up here under number 1 or whichever one you selected. Then you have all your information about your song. I downloaded this song from Amazon mp3.com, and that's who I'd recommend getting your music from, because it's pretty compatible with this player. It'll show your album artist, your song, artist, genre, etc. And to go back to your desktop, you just press desktop. Then you have a video player, plays .avi files. And if you left off from a previous time playing the video, you can go back to that spot, or you can start over. Press up here to pause. Press top left to select your video from your main memory, or if you have a memory card in the expansion slot, you can choose from your card or from your tag list. This is your tagging icon. You can tag any part of any video and then quickly go back to that by selecting from the tag list. And on the bottom you have your video timeline. The processor is pretty quick, so you can quickly skip through your video and go to any spot on your video, and it shows your time elapsed and the full time of the video. On the right you can advance to the next video or go back to the previous video. And this is your speaker volume icon. By pressing that you can adjust your volume. And press up here to go back to your desktop. and you have your photos. They'll come up as tiles. Just select your picture. You can play a slideshow. You can select from your main memory, or if you have a card in your memory slot, then you can select your photo from there. And you can choose how long you want in between each slide during your slideshow, and you can advance to the next photo or go to the previous photo, and then press this to go back to your main desktop. You have an FM radio. You have to have your earphones in for the antenna, and it has a .text ebook reader. You press down here to advance to the next page, or press up here to go to the previous page. You can browse through all your .text files either through your main memory or your card if you have a optional mini SD card in this slot. And you can auto browse, meaning it'll switch your pages automatically. And there's different settings for tagging certain spots if you want to go back to a certain page or whatnot. And you can skip within your ebook. You have a video camera and a still camera, and you have your file explorer, and you can explore all your files, and you can scroll through all your files pretty quickly. And just go back to your desktop, and you have some applications: a sound recorder, a calendar, stopwatch, calculator, notebook. You can write on your notebook here, make some notes. And then you have a couple of games. This is like a Connect 5. The object is to get 5 tiles in a row and prevent the computer from getting 5. Then you have a puzzle game. And the object of this game is to get this big tile down in between in this red area by shifting the tiles around. And there's 20 different games, puzzles. And at any point, most any screen, you can just press and hold your M button. That'll bring you back to your main desktop. And you have your different settings. You can set your time and your date. And different languages: English, Japanese, Korean, French, German, Spanish, Portuguese, Dutch, Italian. English selection's the one all the way to the top. So if it defaults to a different language, just go to your lower right icon and then press the upper right to language and scroll all the way to the top and select English. And your display, you can set the time when the backlight goes out, 30 seconds, 1 minute, etc. You can set your brightness. Calibrate the screen. Power off time. You can set it to turn off at a certain time, 15, 30, 60, 120 minutes, etc. You can set your default settings, other settings. That's about it. That's the newest, best gr8er1 PDA multimedia device version 2.